Hey guys, welcome back to another session of Fate's Day Night. Last night we had gotten a lot of progress done. We did days 13 and 14, I want to say, and with that we had an encounter with Caster. We being very rudely interrupted by an appearance of an 8th servant, Gilgamesh, sort of a leftover from the last Holy Grail War. And we took Saber on a date. We made our feelings known. We had a whole bunch of fun moments, and then we met up with Gilgamesh on accident due to some carelessness on our part. He very much did our shit in. We kind of got our body torn in half, almost. So it was a very bad, but we survived thanks to healing factor, and got back to the house. Had a little not H scene with Saber, and yeah, I'm wondering where this is going to pick up because Shiro and Saber slept together last night. So, also these, it's really, oh wait, these all have like the same, that's really weird. These all have like the same screenshot for their safe spot. But let's go ahead and just jump right into it. We're on day 15. And Windows 10 noise to start this off. No, I didn't want to open it. God. Alright. Day 15. Utopia. When I wake up, the sun is already way up. The sunlight coming in from the outside is faint and the room is dim. I feel like it's still last night and shake my head violently. Oh, wait, how... They say how the sun's already at way up, so it's probably like midday or something like that. Hey, you guys had a hard night last night. Pardon, you know, any sex sort of thing, but or not sex. Sorry. What is the PG-13 equivalent? Holding hands while sleeping. There we go. What else? We also got a body torn in half, so that's something. You kinda need to sleep that off just a bit of it. You know, rub some dirt in it, sleep it off, you're a-okay. It seems my sleep-deprived body caught up on sleep, taking advantage of the darkness of the room. It seems it's already past 1 o'clock. Oversleeping this much can't just be called sleeping in. Depends who you ask and what their sleep schedule is like. There's no answer. Saber is sleeping next to me, slightly curled. I wake up when I'm not sleepy anymore, but Saber has to recover her magical energy. Considering how long she slept before, she probably won't wake up until dinner. Off we go then, leave her to curl in and have a nice little sleep. But yeah, it's really cloudy out. That doesn't bode well for us, considering we're pretty much at the tail end of things and things are kinda not looking a-okay. I leave the room, trying not to wake Saber up. There's no need to wake her up right now. The contest begins at night. I don't think Lancer or Gilgamesh will appear during the day. So, I have to come up with a plan. Putting Lancer aside, Gilgamesh will certainly come again tonight. I don't even need to think about it considering his personality and the murderous intent he showed last night. But what should I do? He has an infinite supply of noble phantasms, and one of them even exceeds Saber's Excalibur. Berserker was a difficult enemy to defeat, but we could still fight him even though we were inferior. We could look for a chance for a comeback even when he was pushing us, but he's different. It won't even be a fight right now. If he uses that noble phantasm called Ea, we will all die. Yeah, there's not really too much of a way around it. We're kind of lucky that Saber's still alive considering she got blasted with it last night. But you know, all's well that ends well, I guess. There's just kind of a giant crater, I think, where that park used to be. But, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's no solution if I think on my own. If Saber, Tosaka, and I can think of a plan, then... Oh, we're gonna go to the church, huh? That doesn't seem like a good idea. You might know a way to overcome this situation, but it's not really too much. We don't really have too much of a choice. King of Heroes Gilgamesh. Kotomina Kure said he would find some measure against that survivor of the last Holy Grail War. We can't find a countermeasure, but that priest might have already come up with a plan. We should probably have, like, multiple people go out to the church and not just Shiro alone, which this looks to be Shiro alone. I go up the hill. The sky is filled with gray clouds. At the very least, he's not going in the middle of, night like we did last time. The church is the only thing at the top of the hill. There's no one in sight, not even the sound of birds. Is it because of the dark sky? It looks more ominous than holy. Metaphorically, it feels like gallows, or like gallows. Going up the long hill through a large courtyard prosecuted before God and falling to heaven. From the beginning, a church is a place where people die. A hospital is a place where they try to prolong life, but at that same time, it's also a place where people face death. A church is the same. In those terms, no place has more deaths than here. The wind is cold. Fasting, yeah, this really isn't painting a good picture. We had that nice happy music a little while ago, and now all we have this ambient sounds of wind. And that combined with the overcast sky, the very imposing church, the very imposing man in the church, really don't bode well for us, gonna be honest. Fastening my collar, I go up the stairs to the church. I enter the chapel. There's no one in here either. Yeah, I was about to say, he might be in the back. Walking between chairs, I walk to the altar. Dry sound echoes throughout the chapel. It must be designed for echoes, as one person's footsteps fill the entire room. Call out in a soft voice. It's certainly strange. I should be calling out in a loud voice if I'm calling for someone. I know he's somewhere in the back, so I should be calling out in a loud voice, but I advance keeping my voice quiet, my footsteps quiet, and suppressing my presence. Is it because the chapel is so magnificent? I feel like as soon as I reveal my presence, something will surround me and cut my head off for disgracing God or something. I don't think that's the natural presence of a church. Not the average church at the very least. I pass through the chapel and get out to the courtyard. Good thing he led us to that last time. That way we can very quietly move our way throughout this church with knowledge. The church is complicated and I don't know where Konamine's room is. My memory is vague, so I know I won't be able to get there. Something. I control my breathing. My throat is dry and it's hard to breathe. Why? Even though the hallway is cool, sweat forms on my brow. I stop calling out and examine the surroundings with all my senses. I have I don't know why. Why I'm walking silently. Why my heart's beating so fast. Why? An ominous feeling in this place? The same words repeat in my head. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Konamine isn't here, so you don't have anything to do here. Go home since you're by yourself. Your decision is a mistake. Your actions are a mistake. Your chill is a mistake. Go back, go back, go back. This isn't bad. There's nothing bad here. There's nothing here, so go home. There's something here. There's definitely something here. What has our feeling been wrong before? He's just trying to convince himself that there's nothing here. I feel sick. I feel nauseous. Times like this, my chill is correct. My sense for danger is good enough for an amateur magus. That's why I can't stop. Suppressing my pounding heart, I look for Konamine's room. And in that way, I run into the darkness. Why is there an underground part to a church? Oh, this isn't going to be good. I see stairs in the darkness. A small indent between the walls one would normally miss because of the shadows is a narrow staircase. Shouldn't go down there. I'd bet money on it. Konamine won't be down there. No one will be down there. There can't be down there. There can't be down there. There can't be corpses. There can't be corpses down there. Yeah, I can fill in the dots. I shouldn't go in there. My neck stiffens. We could just go ahead and go back, but then we will never drink we will never bask in the fruit of knowledge. Let's go down. Oh, this is gonna be awful. I enter the darkness. It's a room made of stone. The lights aren't on, but the room itself is glowing blue as if it's a living thing. It might be used quite often, as the temple isn't dirty with dust or mold. How deep is this? I look up the stairs I've descended. The staircase is built along the wall in an arc. We must trace out a perfect half moon, as I can see the start of the stairs about 10 meters directly above me. Is it because there's no light? The arcing staircase that connects this underground and the outside world remind me of a centipede crawling through this temple. I notice the door. Under the stairs. The symbol in front of me. Beyond it, an entrance to darkness is open. I approach the darkness as if drawn to it. I go through what appears to be an entrance into the place. Ugh, what is that noise? I don't like it. Is it damp? The floor feels slimy and it's hard to walk on. It's like the time I cleaned the swimming pool at school. The feeling that bog moss covers the floor, and the feeling that my leg would rot every time I step in. I stop, because I'm scared by the nasty feeling in the floor, but more than that, because I smell an awful stench. I plug my nose in reflex. My smell isn't momentary, but ongoing. It's not the smell of meat, but it's not gunpowder either. Is this formalin? I don't know what formalin is. The smell of medicine fills this room. Apparently it's medicine. My senses were numbed as soon as I came underground. I don't feel any chills or pressures anymore. Still, my heart beats like it's expanding to twice its size, and my hands are vermiculating? Don't know that word. Like they're going to crumble into pieces. And the worst thing is... what is that? My eyes have gotten used to the darkness. Darkness fades. A drop falls somewhere. Is that a signal? The thing I couldn't see before are engraved into my eyes instantly. Are those coffins? It is a living hell that's somehow familiar. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses all around me. The smell of medicine covers the smell of death. That's the cause of the dripping sound. The water is dripping into the Their water is dripping into the corpses' mouths. The slightly open mouths take in the water, and it must have been like that for many years as the lips are swollen and rotten, and the jaws are decomposing on some. Don't like that sound. I tell myself that this isn't happening. I don't want to think that such a thing can happen, but I can't deceive myself. I can tell in a second. Even though there are this many corpses, no one is dead in here. Oh, they're being kept alive? These things that can only be perceived as corpses, these things that used to have human shape, are still quite alive. That isn't good at all. I remember a news story I heard somewhere. It was a story about a whale. About a guy who survived for a month after being swallowed by a whale. That huge creature has a huge digestive system to maintain its huge body. The great thing is, the creature has two of them. The first stomach is where it keeps all the fish it swallows. The next one is the one that digests all the creatures it stores. The man who was swallowed lived for a month, being slowly melted in the lightless, warm, stinking meat lacking in oxygen. In the stomach full of dead fish, he lived for a month, as his clothes and hair melted. A month not knowing when he would be sent to the stomach. And then, some fishermen killed the whale. And when they were cutting it apart, a smooth, slimy human came out of his stomach like an alien. Yeah. It's a tragic story, but this is just as bad. Is that is that an actual thing? I kind of want to look that up for just morbid curiosity after the stream. Why are they alive? Every corpse is deformed and they lack too many of the human characteristics. I don't like those flashes that they're giving us of these Oh, they don't even have limbs. I don't like it. Those that have had them cut off. Those that have had the ends decomposed, leaving only the bone. Those who are ground down into cracks in the floor. Those who have become homes to bugs splattered on the walls. No matter how they came to be that way, they have no limbs remaining. All of them are worn out like rotten trees. I don't even need to know why. The corpses are being eaten by the coffin. I don't know how it works. Just that the corpses are stuck into the coffin, and the coffin is sucking nutrients out of the corpses. Flow of life. The coffin is sucking up magical energy. No, something close to the soul. Slowly. Not to kill the ones it leeches off of, and so as not to allow them to live. The sound of the wind that sounds like sobbing. It seems like screams coming out of the corpses' mouths. Their throats have already decayed and they cannot let out the voices. It has already become just an organ to keep them alive, but still, the corpses are crying out. In an almost inaudible voice, they scream with all their might. It must be the pain and the fear. They continue screaming, unable to stand losing their form and being eaten alive. Don't like that noise. I hear a sound. The coffin in front of me gasps, drooling. An eye drops off as it turns its neck towards me. Still, it stares directly at me. The swollen lips move a little. It speaks in a voice that's not even a voice. Where am I? And asks me that question. I'm right on the verge of screaming. No, I can't even scream now. Where am I? It doesn't say it hurts or nor does it ask for help, but it just says it doesn't understand why it's here. Is that the reason? It was like that before he realized it? He lived normally, went to sleep naturally, and was gasping here when he woke up? His limbs are already gone, sucked by that coffin, rotting away from the ends, unable to move. And he can only believe that this is just a bad dream? I might go insane. My heart might break. From this scene and from this terrible spectacle. But why? We need to get out of here. We very much need... Why do I recognize them? I've never seen them, but I recognize every one of the corpses. This is the first time I've seen them. They are people I shouldn't know. They are people unrelated to me, but why are they? As if knowing me, staring at me. I don't like that heartbeat. We are terrified. I am terrified. We need to get out of here. Come on, Shiro. Get out. Get out. Now, I have another question. Is it some coincidence, or do the sacrifices have to meet this condition? Why are all the corpses here children of the same age? And then... We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. I don't like it. Suddenly, I'm tapped on the shoulder from behind as if greeted by a friend. My body freezes at this sudden event, and I can't even turn around. But I don't even need to turn around to tell who the person is behind me. Kodamine Kire. The priest of the church. The man who made this hell. And... the devil I must not meet more than anything else in this place. Oh, we did come soon, but just sooner than you expected. I can't talk. The priest's hands are heavy on my shoulders. Hey, listen, man. We can't approve of, you know, melting kids either, but, hey, we're at an impasse here. We didn't really have a friendship in the first place, or a relationship. It was more you very, very being smug and sarcastic to me. Oh god, the priest's voice is more cheerful than I've ever heard it. Kodamine Kire, standing behind me with his hands on my shoulders, is definitely smiling. That's why I'm frightened. Oh god, he's laughing too! This is awful. Yes! I don't think the average priest just has their own, you know, meat cellar. I don't know, magical reserve. Kid cemetery. This is bad. The priest says inhuman things in a cheerful voice. Does this man not feel anything when faced with this? I don't think he does. I think he's pretty used to it considering he's doing it. I don't even need to tell him this scene's outrageous. We really need to get out of here, but how? Just now. What did this man say? Yeah, all these people in the coffins are the orphans from the end that were orphaned from the giant fire, just like Emiya here. I had already figured, because, like, you know, you have this giant ass whatever this is, and they had the news report that we were talking about it yesterday at some point. He was the only one that was adopted right away from the hospital, and all the other kids went to the church. Which means this is all the kids. Oh god. Oh god. This is the construction of 10 years ago. And this place is the continuation of that hospital room. My head spins. Children who lost their homes and parents. They were supposed to be sent to an orphanage and stay there until they found someone who would adopt them. But I was adopted by Emiya Kiritsugu before that, and I did not know what happened to them afterwards. I avoided thinking about it. The orphanage was the church on the top of the hill, and I could have gone there anytime I wanted to, but still I hesitated. I felt it wasn't fair to me to get adopted and then go see children who didn't get adopted. So, if I was to meet them, it would be in town. We would meet accidentally, be able to talk normally, and we would be over the fire incident. I was looking forward to such a meeting, thinking we would surely meet, as it's such a small town. So why have I not met even one of them? We really are in this situation based purely on chance, and that's not a good thing for us. He alone survived the incident, considering everyone he knew and loved died, and then he alone survived considering all the other orphans were used as magical reserves. Yeah, it's incredibly unfair. We're gonna have fucking Survivor's Guilt round 2. This isn't good. This isn't good for Shiro's psyche at all. My pulse returns. My frozen body defrosts in an instant. Oh, I don't like that. It's not thanks to our own ability that we're surviving, though. We really need to get out of there. Gilgamesh is his servant. He did say that he was the one, that he was in the last Holy Grail War after all. He was a magus, and he's one of the only ones around in this town that would be able to maintain it. There's one other one he was talking about, the Maziki family, I think. I forget. The old one. The old fuck. That word, I break all restraints. I move my body, which had been bound. I fling the hand off my shoulder, throw myself forward, and turn to face the priest. And there he is, in all his fucking smug glory. We need to get... In that moment, I feel a powerful shock from behind me. Right. Okay, so this might be a bad end, it might not be. See, these types of things happen, but regardless of it, is if it's, you know, the right path or the bad end, we bask in the fruit of knowledge, and if it is the bad end, then we can go back, go home, and have this knowledge in the meta storage. That's weird. Can't breathe. Sharp horn is growing out of my chest. The horn looks like the edge of a spear, or the head of a spear. That's strange. How could a spear be growing out of my chest?
Oh
no. I turn to look back. There, a blue spearman is standing, piercing my chest. Oh god. The lance is pulled out of my chest. At the same time, a sharp pain runs through my head as if to burn my brain. At the very least, Lancer didn't look happy at all there. He did not look happy at all. The floor is painted red. I'm lying on the slimy floor. I push on my arms to get up, but my body is too heavy. I can't move. Not because I'm bound, but because I lack the things people need to move. The pain in my chest exceeds the blood loss power to drive me unconscious. I can't pass out. I've taken fatal wounds several times before. They were all so bad they even numb my senses, but this is different. It's a fatal wound, but the pain is too real. My vision spins. As soon as I black out from the pain, I'm awoken by the next pain. I can't feel my limbs. Can't even tell where I am. All I feel are pain, nausea, and the temptation that it would feel so good just to disappear. I can only hear voices. I have my eyes open, but I can't see anything. Lancer's voice shows no emotion, but I can barely hear it now. So he has two servants, if I'm right. He has Gil and he has Ku. And with both Lancer and Archer on his side, then they'll easily be able to overpower Saber. Gil is enough to overpower Saber as it is, but having Lancer there too, who was already like being able to handle Saber on a one-on-one basically, thanks to Abel. This is not good. This isn't a good situation for us. My mind starts to pass out. Pain finally overcomes my brain and allows me to faint. I stop that by digging into my wound. Pain starts again. My fainting mind returns to the burning world again. I want to die. I want to die right now if this pain's going to continue. I know that. I know that, but if I faint here, I know that I will also die. I also know that I'll die. Fuck that sentence structure up just a little bit. Can't even remember what I'm doing now. I feel like I'm floating in this white burning pain. But I grip my teeth and hold on to my disappearing consciousness. I can't let it end here. I can't retire so easily. I still have a promise I haven't kept. I believe she is more important than anyone. I can't just disappear here. You gotta hold on, hope that our healing factor kicks in. Interlude 15-1. Great. We're getting hey, this is actually the first time we've had an interlude in a minute. I guess that's gonna be Lancer's master. That was, yeah. Otomina Kire. Oh. Alright. When she wakes up, Shiro cannot be found. The thought that he might be preparing a late lunch. She thought that he might be preparing a late lunch, so he makes her way to the living room. She can't find neither Shiro nor any lunch. Shiro, I wanted the lunch. Gosh. Because he's such... I don't know, man. That's a very good question. If he hadn't went out alone like he likes to do, granted he thought, you know, the church was a safe space, considering that it was supposed to be. Kotomine was the mediator, or at least he was supposed to be. And, yeah. That's not so much a safe haven anymore. She complains to herself and sits by the porch. Yeah, you're right now. You're right, completely. She swings her legs, not knowing what to do. She soon loses interest in that and looks up as if pondering. The whole sky is shaded in gray. The canopy of clouds is drifting slowly, and an opening can be seen in the distant sky. It should be a clear sky tonight. Once the stars can be seen, tomorrow can be predicted. She still remembers how to read the stars, something she learned from her mages. She only used it to ask if her way was right, but she thinks about predicting a certain person's future, just for tonight. And if possible, a bright future. She wants to predict the dangers ahead and guide him in the proper direction. The one she worries about is so reckless that she cannot sleep unless she does so. Yeah, I mean, he's not the most, definitely not the most, he's pretty carefree. Not the most cautious person. Come to think of it, she never looked up at the sky until this day. All she cared about was winning the Holy Grail War and not reading stars for someone else. She knows it's not like her, but she still tries to read the stars, and she waits for nightfall to come. Honestly, this is a big change in her thinking. She continues to stare at the sky, thinking it's just like the young girls in love. Thinking it's just like the young girls in love that she's read about in stories. Ah, shit, she doesn't know either. Or, no, I don't like that this is such a carefree thing when we know. This is fucking, what's it called? Dramatic irony. That's exactly what it is. We as the audience know that Shiro's kind of holed up somewhere, possibly with his limbs cut off, stabbed through the chest with a spear. Meanwhile, Saber's just kind of here, like, kicking her legs, dawdling, look up at the sky and like, I wonder what I'll have for lunch today. And then Rin's like, oh, hey, how's it going? She says so with a red face. Rin smiles in an evil manner. She's living under the same roof, but even without that, Emiya, Shiro, and Saber's reactions are easy to understand. She's sharp when it comes to others, so she already knows about them. So of course she's aware of what happened last night. Oh, Ilya's not doing good either. Which isn't good since I don't think Shiro got what Kotomine was saying, considering the whole vessel thing. We know that that Ilya's supposed to be the Holy Grail, but something she's not doing good right now. That's not good. We are in a very bad position right now. Oh, Rin knew all along. Rin knew all along. Why didn't she say anything? Why didn't she say anything? Rin speaks annoyingly, but Saber does not understand what she's trying to say.
あ、いいのよ。今のはわからないように言ったんだから。
Why though? Why are you withholding this information? It's important.
ことだけどね。あいつのマスター誰だかわかったんだけど。
And how'd you find that out?
ランサーのマスターが判明したのですか？
うん、まあ、わかったっていうか、
Oh.
前からわかってたっていうか。
Was it just one of those feelings, or did you just know the entire time and didn't tell
実は
us?
ね、ランサーのマスターは魔術協会から派遣された外来のマスターなのよ。
Oh.
それ自体はとっくに分かってて、ついさっきそいつのねぐらを見つけてきたんだけど。
リン、そのような危険なことは避けるべきです。敵の陣地が分かったのなら私に言ってくれればいい。
私だってそのつもりだったわよ。けどさ、外から様子を探ってたらどうもおかしいのよ。
So Lancer had an original
中に
master
入ってみ
too,
たら、
but
あったのは血の跡とレイジュが亡くなった左腕だった。
I wonder if Kodamine then had like command spell uses. Either he still had like command spell uses from the previous war, or like he just I'm not entirely sure of how that works. So
それ以外は何もなかった。体ごとレイジを奪われ、しかもあの出血量じゃ生存は絶望的でしょうね。ランサーのマスターはとっくにやられてたのよ。
ではランサーはすでにいないのですか？10日前シロを襲った後に他のサーバントに倒されたと。
I don't think it worked like that.
だったらいいんだけどね。結婚はもっと前のものだった。これどういうことかわかる？
Lancers had a different master
サ
since
ーバ
the
ントを
beginning.
倒さず先にマスターを倒した。そうしてマスターからレイジを奪いランサーと契約したマスターがいる。
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
ですが
残っているマスターは私とシロだけでしょ。けどランサーはまだ残っている。ってことはマスターじゃない魔術師がレイジを奪ってマスターになっているってことだけど、セイバー、そういうのってできるものなの？
いいえ、レイジの移植はマスターかサーバント、そのどちらかによるものだけです。いかに優れた魔術師といえどレイジを奪ったところでマスターにはなれま
Unless
せん。
maybe he already still had command spells. I don't know.
そう。
That's what I'm
じゃあ
going
もう
with.
一つ。マスターっていうのはさ、聖杯が消えてなくなってもレイジが
Yeah,
残っていて、
we
か
have
つサーバントさえ残っていれば、
we have a
いつまでも
winner.
マスターなの？
Winner.
そうですね。リンの言う通りです。
So at the very least, they're gonna deduct that whoever was
その魔術師はマスタ
Gilgamesh's
ーとしての
master
権利を
has to be Lancer's master in this instance. Saber realizes the meaning of Rin's question and swallows her words.
リンはランサーのマスターを殺し、
ええ、それ以外ないと思う。そう思うとランサーの行動にも納得がいくのよ。あいつさ、他のサーバントの様子を探るのが役割みたいだったじゃない。戦えば自分の正体を明かしてしまうって
Yeah,
い
he
う
was just
のに
kind of waving. He wasn't waving it around, really. Everybody just kind of figured it out. Yeah, it's not like, you know, it was Ilya with Heracles. Like, hey, go Heracles, go Berserker. And like, okay.
それってつまり
I have the
あ
most
いつは情報
powerful
専門だった
servant.
ってことでしょ？
同感です。私と戦った時も
So he was more used as a scout than anything else.
宝具を使った以上見せた相手は倒すのが私たちの定石だというのに。
そう。だからランサーのマスターにはもう一人サーバントがいたのよ。ランサーに敵の正体を探らせておいて、その後に正体不明の
He
戦闘
uses
専用のサー
Lancer
バン
as
ト
a
を見つ
scout,
け
and
る。
then he uses Archer as the actual attacking force once enough information has been gathered on both the master and the servant.
まあランサーにしてみればいい迷惑だったろうけど、6人のサーバント全員と戦って
Did the Lancer actually attack all of the servants? That's pretty impressive.
6人すべてと引き分けなんてある意味とんでもないやつよね、あいつ。
This is what I feel bad about for Lancer, because like Lancer is such a good servant in terms of just raw strength. if he was able to actually have like a decent master in this Holy Grail War, and I think it's something that everybody said in the Fate fandom at this point, but if Lancer had a decent, if he had a decent master, then he would probably be like, at the very least, he'd probably be able, he'd have a decent chance in the running to win the Holy Grail War, and he just didn't because Kodamine's fucking Kodamine. Rin grows quiet and ponders. Did she follow suit? Saber feels a chill for no reason. Lancer's master has already been killed. An unknown master who uses heroic spirit to that degree just to collect information. But I mean, to be fair, his real, Kodamine's real, what artillery, I guess, is Gilgamesh. So like, I get not wanting to use Ku for the offensive purposes, but like, in a purely, if things were more normal in this Holy Grail War, and it was just, you know, the standard 7 servants, Ku would have a great shot at winning this Holy Grail War. No bias at all. And as the master planned, the only servant remaining are Lancer and Saber. If the enemy is such a person, is it not dangerous to leave Shiro by himself even during daytime? There were several enemies before. There are no other enemies now. They only have to defeat Shiro, the enemy not follow their previous plan.
Yeah,
this is gonna be bad. They're slowly piecing it together. We're like, ah shit, Shiro's gonna be in. Shiro's really in danger right now. When she starts thinking like that, it will not stop. She cannot leave Shiro alone. Even now, Shiro might be in danger.
どうだろう。知らないから聞いたんだけど、もしかしたら綺麗なとこかな。あいつ、この間も綺麗なんかに相談しに行ったんだし。
あの教会に。
ん？何をすれば怖い顔して。Kodamine教会に行くの。
Kodamine is just kind of. Does she know that Kodamine was a master in the last Holy Grail War? That church is not a holy place. It is stagnated with death to the same level as the Ryudo Temple. The instant she regrets that Shiro might be there by himself, a vision of some other place pops into her head. She glares into the distance. She looks in one direction towards Kodamine Church on top of the hill. There's no time. Saber leaps out into the yard and jumps onto the wall. Off to the church we go! Without even turning to Rin, she jumps off. She runs like a bullet. She reaches the place without stopping or slowing down. If anybody saw her, it would just look like a sudden gust of wind. The wind is clad in silver and blue armor. Saber is armed as soon as she sees her enemy's territory. She does not intend to arm herself. She had decided to arm herself once she has entered the church. She couldn't help it. As soon as she saw the church, her mind burned up and made her arm herself. You're going on instinct alone right now, which may or may not be good. Her chest is burning. The nausea that has been assaulting her is not hers. It is the chill coming from her master, a hopeless scent of death. She doesn't know what's going on. The only thing is that Emiya Shiro is on the verge of death, and there's no time. His wound would cause him to die at any second. That pain and the chill going around her body causes a sickening nausea. It's less than 1,000th of the pain that Emiya Shiro is feeling. But she still cannot stop her nausea. Her master is wounded that badly. She will not live. She's not mistaken. She will not make it even if she rushes with Godspeed. Without Godspeed is more of a good luck thing. He's even dying right now. She might lose her master in front of her eyes. The instant she imagines that, her rationality vanishes. She has to rush to her master as fast as possible. If Godspeed is not fast enough, she just has to break through the reason of God. Unfortunately, this is God's house, and her enemy is God's messenger. Her angry glare stares down at the church. Off into it we go. Just fucking break through the wall. Like, don't even go into, like, god damn it. Don't even like go through the door. Don't do anything like that. Just straight break through the wall. She does not see the chairs. She ignores the path, goes through the chapel, through the courtyard, and down the stairs leading to underground. All that's left is the demolished walls and floor of the church. Incidentally, she's not that violent. She tries to open the door softly and did not put that much magical energy into her legs when she kicked off the ground. Merely couldn't control them. She goes down the stairs and reaches the underground temple. The sense of death is near. Actually seeing it, her anger goes over the limit. Anger towards herself and anger towards the enemy who did such a thing. Just fucking like one-shot him. She cannot even hear the voice on Lancer blocking her way. She's straining at her limits, and it seems she cannot loosen up no matter what happens. Her master is down in the darkness, in the back room. In the middle of the room full of live corpses, he is on his stomach. Blood is pouring out of him, and his gasping can be heard even in this temple. He's alive. All the while she is relieved, she shakes from having left him for so long in that state. Saber heads down to the back room. There's a guard in front of it. Holding his lance behind him, the blue spearman looks at Saber with fearless eyes.
Yo,
Yeah, this is not good. She does not hear his voice. She does not stop. Yeah, my master's down there. I need to get him. I need to get him pretty bad. He's dying, you see. So as one would expect from him to block it while being able to talk. Lancer blocks Saber's surprise attack, but could not defeat its power as he retreats to the wall. That makes the hindrance go away. There's no time to fight Lancer now. He has to save the master who's on the verge of death. So weeb. Yeah, just a little bit. Just fucking like kick Lancer. Like, use your anger. The power of your anger. Come on, I believe in you, Saber. Saber stops at the entrance. Oh yeah, I remember that. Didn't you stab him like... Did he stab him another time back in when he chased him back to his house? I don't remember. Which unfortunately isn't good. Yeah, and that curse is kind of a thing that's gonna kill, so... They've been pretty lucky so far.
まあ単純に言ってしまえばゲイボルクによってつけられた傷は癒されることはない。呪いを受けた者は決して回復できず、死に至るまで傷を背負うことになる。
So we just need to destroy the lance then. In theory, would destroying him destroy the lance? In like theoretically. Because like the lance is kind of spiritual too with him since he's a spirit. So if we destroy him, the lance would go with him. It's not like the lance sticks around, I don't think. That changes the air. Saber's eyes finally regain intelligence. Oh, okay. Lancer's beast-like killing intent comes at Saber. It is true that Lancer is serious, but... We'd also just destroy the lance, yeah. Could you even destroy Gable? Is that a thing? Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if I'm picking up on the right things here, but it seems like Kotomine... No, Kotomine didn't care if Shiro died. Like, that was kind of its own thing. But I wonder if Lancer kept him alive in that specific way. That way to give him a chance to live. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too biased since this is my favorite servant, and it's like, hey, I'm the bad guy right now. There's no dishonesty in his words. Lancer does not intend to let either of them leave here alive. For him, this is the first and last battle where he can go at full strength. Lancer's wish is not for the Holy Grail. He wishes only for battles appropriate for heroic spirits. Such a simple wish that should have been easily granted to a normal servant was never granted him until now. Therefore, he has no intention on losing out on what might be his last chance. Even if it happens to be an unfavorable situation for him. For your interpretation of Lancing, yeah. Alright. Saber readies her invisible sword and faces the Blue Knight. If there was any of them, oh god, he was really going hard there. I'm sorry that I skipped that. And that's one of the things that I have a slight complaint about. There's no way to replay voices in this game. Like, most other VNs, you're allowed to replay a voiced line, but you can't in this. And that makes me sad. Lancer's lance runs like a flash of light. Saber confronts it straight on. The rematch begins with both of them executing powerful blows. Meanwhile, back in the fucking flesh dungeon, how's it going? Shiro here, kind of being cursed to death on top of getting stabbed in the chest. All I can hear is my own breathing now. I might have a fever that could burn someone to ashes, as it feels like my brain is already melting and pouring out of my ears. You doing alright, Shiro? You doing okay, bud? How's it going? You need anything? Something's wrong. It feels like I don't have a brain anymore, but my body still keeps on telling me about the pain in my head, and my head accepts it. Is that Shiro's, like, own conscious talking, or is that, you know, all the fucking corpses, I guess, talking? My head isn't the only thing that's empty. I don't know where my heart or stomach are either. The nausea is unbearable. There's nothing left to throw up. The nausea increases without limit. I endure the infinite repetition with gritted teeth. I can stay conscious. My pain, so only I have to endure it. There's no problem there. Give it back! Give what back? I don't think Shiro's doing too good. But the problem is the voices. My head is empty and I can only hear my breathing, but these voice echoes still echo in my head. I don't even need to think whose voices they are. Yeah, that's all the other ones. It's all the corpses that are surrounding them. I'm going mad. Every time I hear their voices, I'm stabbed in the chest. It's not scary. I just don't have any way to atone them. Hey, listen! No matter how much they beg for help, and no matter how much I want to help them, I can't help them. I won't ask them to stop calling to me. It's just that no matter how much they call, I can't help them. That's why I think I'll go crazy if this continues. Return what? No matter how much they ask, I cannot assent. All I can do is end it for them. I can only fix the contradiction of the living dead. I can only make the creator of this hell atone for his sins. I can't take back any sad events or miserable deaths. That's my limit. A superhero only exists to straighten out what already happened. Who was it that said that? Since I denied those words, I'm being cornered right now. To be honest, I want to run away. I have no way to save them. I only listen to them. I have no miracle to grant them. I don't have enough power to deny his claim that a superhero is only so strong. And if I had a miracle that could save them, would I use it? Ah, we're regaining our vision. That's something at the very least. Man, why are you still down here with us? I hear a voice. It's coming from right behind me. but I can't hear what it's saying. My vision is blurry. There's nothing in front of me. All I can sense are the voices asking for help and the figures that are already dead.
よくやっているが、やはりセーバーにはかなわぬか。どちらにせよ、あと一人分のサーバントは必要なのだ。それがセーバーであろうとランサーであろうと構わないのだが、その前に選定をしなくてはなるまい。
I can't hear anything, but this man's voice echoes in my head.
出番だ。
I don't want to go anywhere. This shit sucks.
エミやシロ。
My head is lifted. The man grabs my head and pulls me forward. That lets me feel the man behind me. The man has swallowed black corruption. His heart is black and it seems like he's surrounded by an unknown darkness. A black corruption reaches in front of the world, and it's like a chain binding the man. I don't know what it means. Only one thing is clear. This man, Kotomine Kirei, was just like me. His body had some kind of fatal wound, and he is compensating for it with that unknown something. As I heal using Saber's powers, Kotomine Kirei is maintaining his corpse-like body with his black corruption.
そこまでだ、セイバー。斧が主を救いたいのならば、その剣を収めるがいい。
What's going on? My vision is still blurry, and I can't even raise my
ラ
head.
ンサーも引け。もともと私たちは
What happens if... I mean, he has two servants right now. What happens if he, goes on and wins the Holy Grail War with both Lancer and Archer? Well, does Archer even have any stake in this Holy Grail War? Like, he's not a servant summoned for this, but I mean, does he still count? I don't know. A gloomy laugh.
ランサーのマスターを殺し、今また私のマスターを手にかけようとする。
Who's he talking to? I can't hear the voice, but the sound rings through my fainting mind like a bell.
信じたまえ。私はお前たちと争う気はない。季節してこのような形になってしまったが、お前たちが聖杯を取ろうというのなら邪魔はしない。もとより。私の役割は聖杯の持ち主を見極めることだ。ここまで残ったお前たちには十分すぎるほど資格がある。
ここに聖杯があるというのか、貴様。
あるとも。聖杯はどこにでもある。
Maybe the real Holy Grail was the friends we made along the way.
聖杯とはもとより形のない器だ。いつ、どこで。何に呼び出すかによって完成度が変わるのだが、呼び出すだけならこの土地にも資格はある。無論サーバントが残り一人にならなければ聖杯は未完成だが、その出来でも大抵の願いは叶えられるだろう。それで満足がいかぬのならば、その時こそ最後の殺し合いを始めればよい。いや、私としては気乗りがしないが、お前たちが望むのならば付き合おう。決着をつけるのはその時でいいのではないかな、ランサー。
よくはね、そんな回りくどいことをする必要はない。白黒つ
But
け
I
るなら
wanna
今すぐできる。
Fuck you, Kirei.
この状況でか。室内ではお前には不利だろうし、セイバーとて主が気になって戦えまい。これではお前にとって満足のいく戦いとは言えないが。
Spitting sound. Seems the man has reluctantly
い
agreed.
いさ。なら一つ聞かせろ。聖杯ってのは何だ？あれは残り一人にならなければ現れないものじゃなかったのか。俺たちを呼んだ連中は初めからペテンにかけてたってことか。
いや、事実ではある。聖杯はサーバントが残り一人に
You
な
are
らなければ
being
現れ
so not only contradictory right now, but like you're just being very vague and very confusing for no
聖
reason
杯を下ろす器
other
は
than to
別
be imposing.
あれは初めから形あるものとして用意され、聖杯召喚の時まで力を流し込まれていく。 残るサーバントがあと2人だけという状況ならば、すでに聖杯としての力を持ち始めていよう。そうであろう、セイバー。お前とて前回最後まで残ったサーバントだ。アインツベルンの用意した聖杯
I
がど
don't
んなもの
like
か、
it.
うすうす分かっているのではないか。そう、聖杯は常にここにあり、生贄の地で満つる時を待つ。だがそれは虚しいとは思わないか。何も残り一人になるまで付き合うことはない。お前たちの望みを叶えるだけならば、今の状態でも可能だろう。ならばここで意味のない摂取をすることもあるまい。
そうですね。確かに貴様の言い分は正しい。だが、だとしたら貴様は何者だ。貴様の目的は聖杯を手に入れることではない
I'm
のか。
merely the mediator of such a grand event.
私は選定役だと言っただろう。ふさわしい人間がいるのならば、喜んで聖杯
You're
を
not
譲
gonna
る。
trust this guy, are you?
そのためにまずはお前の言葉を聞きたいのだ、エミヤシロ。
My body moves. My head is grabbed and my body is lifted. It hurts. The wound in my chest opens up. The pain makes my vision go white.
案ずるな。ただ返事を聞くだけだ。聖杯は求める者にのみ答える。己のマスターが聖杯にふさわしいかどうか。
After coming so far and like really going on to say like, hey,
それ
I
は
don't
無
know
駄だ。
about this.
シローは聖杯を欲しがらない。私のマスターはお前のようなゲスではない。
ああ、この男は初めからそう言っていたな。だがそれは本心ではあるまい。あらゆる人間に闇があるよう、この男にも影はある。例えばそう、10年前のあの日、この少年は本当に何も恨まなかったのか。
Hold on. What's he saying? Fire 10 years ago has nothing to do with this. This is meaningless. Nothing should come out of it.
その傷を切開する。さあ、懺悔の時だ。エミヤシロ。
My back arcs. My mind reverses like electricity is running through it. In place of my fading mind, a red vision appears. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. It's just gonna keep on going. There's no meaning in this. No one will be saved if I remember this now. Everybody died. Everyone was dead. I was the only one wandering through the fire. The houses had burned down with burned up corpses under them, and sounds of crying came from all around. I walked alone. I sought help and wanted someone to save me, so I kept walking, not looking to the side. Stop. All the while, how could I think that no one was asking for help from me, and I could still move? Yeah, I noticed. There's no way I couldn't have noticed. I walked through it all. I ignored the voices sobbing in pain. I ignored the voices going mad trying to escape. I ignored the screams of those not wanting to die. I ignored the pleas of mothers wanting me to take their children. I even ignored the dying eyes that could not ask for help. I kept walking, only seeking help for myself. To be fair, you were like 6, my guy. And I don't know how much a 6-year-old can help when everything's on fire. And not only that, you were also like kinda dying as well. I was tired of looking at corpses. I was already tired of seeing people die in pain. Thought I couldn't save them. I thought they would die no matter what I did. That's why I never stopped. I thought I had to live every second longer because I had to go that far. There were people who died without being able to do anything. As long as I could do something, I thought I had to live. But my heart was almost crushed. I held back my tears and walked on in search of an escape. It was hard to live on while ignoring the pleas for help. I knew it would be easier if I apologized, so I never apologized. I believed that that would be my only sincerity, as I could not do anything. And as I wished, I alone was saved. The only ones at the hospital were children unfortunate enough to be in the areas near where the fire occurred. I didn't want to know about it, but the man in the white coat told me. In that area, I was the only survivor. Why would a doctor tell you that? Like, maybe it's supposed to be like a comfort thing, like, you're lucky, kid, like, you're the only one that survived. But, like, you don't tell that to a 7 or 6-year-old, like, hey, everyone died except for you. That's not okay. I saw people dying in pain. I saw just as many sad people, because there was a funeral for all those who died in the big building. Every kind of sadness and affection for those that died. I thought that I had to remember every single bit of it. Only natural. That many people wanted to be helped. Not one of them had their wish granted. So since my wish was granted, I thought it was only natural for me to take on their deaths. No. I could not hold my head up unless I thought so. That's why I frantically chased after Kiritsugu. For those I couldn't save and for the things I couldn't do, I admired a superhero who could save someone. What was me crumbled away as I ignored the pleas for help. I kept moving forward with an empty mind. People I didn't save taught me that I had to go on. What was lost within all that? I just thought about going forward in place of all the people that had died. Couldn't think of anything else. I sealed any memories before that so that I would never think about them. People kinder than anyone else. Memories of those who were my parents, so as not to recall them and go back. I sealed them tight, thinking I was already dead. It's not painful. Emiya Shiro was happy being adopted by Emiya Kiritsugu, so...
それを間違いだと思ったことが一度もなかったというのかね。
I'm telling you, don't open that. Pain. Pain in my chest pulls me back to reality. My nausea doesn't stop. My limbs are numb and my head is burning. My breathing is ragged. Their voices are echoing in my head. I throw up blood. Because my body's dying, or because I cannot endure those voices. Chest hurts. I can't plug it, even if I try. What hurts is the pain inside. The physical pain hurts, but my feelings hurt more. I know that. Sorry. It'll keep hurting as long as the memory is there, and it will never heal. Is it an illusion? I see a figure that shouldn't be here. So I have to bear this. I can't think about wanting to die. She's here, even an illusion. I have to act like I'm alright.
これでは癒されぬままでは苦しかろう。エミヤシロ。お前はそのままで一生を終えるべきではない。
I hear the priest's voice. The voice is totally unlike him, filled with compassion.
お前は聖杯などいらぬと言ったな。だがどうだ。仮に10年前の出来事をやり直せるとしたら、お前は聖杯を欲するのではないか。
He really is conspiring all this really hard. Between, like this flesh dungeon, I'm gonna keep on calling it that, even though it's very much not what it is. Like this has like a double purpose in a way. It was never intended, but like it ended up having a double purpose, because not only for the fuel for Gilgamesh, But also, now it's being turned into a thing to use against Shiro to really bring out his selfishness and bring out the wish that he wants so they can materialize the Holy Grail. That isn't a good thing at all.
あの事故をなくし、エミやキリツグなどに関わらず、本来の自分に戻れる。それこそが、お前自身を救う唯一の方法ではないのかな。
It isn't. Redo the incident 10 years ago? Redo myself who survived by not saving anyone? No. More than that, if I could make that incident as if it never happened so that no one would be hurt. I shake my head. I reject that vision with my burning head. I spit at my own weakness, because I hear their voices. My fingers feel the wet floor. Help. They all want to go back to that day. Yeah, I wanted that too. Though it can't have been as bad as you guys. Even after Kiritsugu adopted me, I went to the burn field often to look at the scenery. I went to the place where nothing remained, opened the door that didn't exist, walked through the hallway that didn't exist, and smiled at my mother who wasn't there anymore. That's really sad. That's like actually super sad. I wanted to return to the days before it happened. I awaited the day when I would wake up from this bad dream. That didn't happen, and I accepted reality. If I could obtain a world where it didn't happen, and where nobody got hurt, that would certainly be.
答えよ。お前が望むのならば、聖杯を与えよう。
The priest with the Holy Grail says so. If I wish, these voices will go away. Orphans like me, if fate had taken a slight turn, I'd be there as well. So I don't even need to think about this. I don't need to think about it. So why?
いらない。そんなことは望めない。
Stare straight at the dead corpses, and I reject them. That is my answer. It doesn't matter what the Holy Grail is. Can't wish to regenerate the dead, nor to change the past.
そうだ。やり直しなんかできない。
He is staying dead set on his morals about this. Plus, he would be a really big hypocrite if he went to try and redo his past after telling Saber the entire time, hey, you can't redo your
死
past.
者は蘇らない。起きたことは
Fuck you, dead fucks. I'm gonna live. I'm Emi Ashiro. No, that's so bad. That's so bad. My cheeks are hot. Every time I say such a miracle is impossible, tears pour out from vexation. I wonder why miracles wishing for such normal happiness are too much for people.
それを可能とするのが聖杯だ。万物すべて君の望むままとなる。
I don't think he's a dumb fuck. I think he's just like I've liked Shiro a lot. Like, I've said that plenty of times. Like, I really like Shiro. But it's just like, he's just kind of set on his ways. If that's the only thing. But he can change. He does change, and it just takes people around him to make him change. Because he's very headstrong. He's very headstrong. Even if I could redo the past, I must not take back what has already happened. Because if I do that, everything would be a lie. Those tears, those pains, those memories, that cold reality that hurts my heart, all of it. Those were people who died in pain. There were people who risked their lives to save others. There were people who mourned for the deaths. But then, if everything were taken back and it didn't happen, where would all those go? The dead people would not come back. Reality could not be overturned. Continue on remembering the pain and the weight. Isn't that how lost things remain? People will eventually die, and death itself is sad. But pain shouldn't be the only thing that remains. Death is painful, but it also leaves behind bright memories. As I am bound by these people's death, I am protected by the memories of Kiritsugu. I believe memories become constraints and change the people living now, even if there are memories that will eventually be forgotten.
その道が今までの自分が。
そうか。つまり お前は
聖杯なんていらない。俺は
I'm glad that he's recovered enough to this point to actually, you know, maintain sentences at this point, because that was very much not a thing like 20 minutes ago. I declare so within my pain. I control the pain and my fading consciousness and manage to stay up on my knees. Then I finally realize I can't hear the voices. The voices aren't echoing anymore. I don't know how they took my answer, but it is sad that they closed their eyes without a single grudge. That is the answer her master arrived at. Back in Saber's perspective, the anger she bore until just a moment ago has disappeared. She's at a loss for words, staring at her master.
その道が今までの自分が
With his bloody body, then his ragged breath, controlling his tears,
置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることなんてできない。
he has apologized to everything he has stepped on, but he still declares that he will not change his path. Her vision wavers. Cannot breathe right either. She knew of his past. As Amiyashiro has been Saber's past, she has also seen his. Or seen, not rather been. That is why she thought he would nod. No, she thought he had to nod. She wanted to say that it wasn't his fault. If he could hear, she wanted to say that it wasn't something that Amiyashiro should be burned with. Still, he denied it. No matter how painful the past, one cannot redo it. She almost collapses. Those words are too heavy for her. Making an oath and devoting everything you have to to its accomplishment. She had felt that their ways were similar. But that was just conceit. Only she thought they were similar. They couldn't be similar. His mind is strong, and she, only being able to deny his words, was wrong.
自らの救いではなく、自らの願いを取ったか。
The priest lets go of the boy. He looks down at him in annoyance and walks past him as if he's lost all interest in
で
him.
はお前はどうだ、セイバー。小僧は聖杯などいらぬという。だがお前は違うのではないか。
Don't put in such grandiose words. You're just really trying to manipulate things. That way you can get the Holy Grail to appear. That's literally your entire purpose right now. Her heart is shaken by his question. The priest says he will give the Holy Grail. He will give her the Holy Grail if she has a goal and a wish she wants granted.
それは
There's no reason to refuse. She fought for that alone. She became a servant for that reason alone. So, what Shiro said doesn't matter to her. To obtain the Holy Grail, Saber... Oh god. She's... She would do anything. It's an unexpected proposal. Can't understand it. It's not that she can't understand his words, but such a choice has never existed for her.
どうした？迷うことはあるまい。今の小僧ならば、死んだということにも気がつかないうちに殺せるぞ。第一もはや助からない命だ。ここでお前が引導を渡してやるのも情けではないかな。
Priest steps aside. Before her is the door leading to the underground cemetery and collapsed figure. She walks as if drawn to it. She walks past the priest and enters the damp room. This room is hell. He writhed in this place and he was shown his dark side, and yet he declined the priest's offer. She places her hands on her sword. At her feet is her master, breathing painfully. The end of a long journey, the Holy Grail she desired at the cost of her life. It will be granted just by swinging down her sword. After all, a master and the servant cooperate only until they obtain the Holy Grail. Even if it ends here.
どうした？何をためらう？聖杯と引き換えなのだぞ。
The priest's words are true. It is strange to hesitate now. Still.
その道が今までの自分が
Those words will not leave her.
私は
It's vexing, but she doesn't like Shiro. She wants to redo everything. On that day, there was someone better suited to become king. Someone else to pull out the sword. And that person must have been able to build a more peaceful country. That is her heart that holds her country dear. That is the doubt of the girl Arturia before she became king. That mind. The mind she left behind on the day she drew the sword. Why didn't she realize it before?
置き去りにしてきたもののためにも自分を曲げることは
That is her heart that holds her country dear. It is the mind of a girl before she became a king. But it is not the heart of the king. The only one the king believed in was herself. To deny that would be to deny everything she has taken away. Things lost will never return. The master continued to appeal his pain. His figure hurts her so much. What did she tell him? That she could not start a new life. She continued to refuse him, saying that she had a duty as the king. What duty is that? To resurrect the destroyed country? Choose a more appropriate king? Or does she only wish to make that destruction never have happened?
それは違う
Yeah, that's wrong. Oh, she did the Danganronpa quote. You excited, Jedi? That's coming tomorrow. She did the Sora wa Chigayo. She was raised and lived as a king. There was no mistake. So, if the result was ruin, could she not accept it? There are no regrets. If one can be proud of one's life, one should not wish for any other
そういう
chance.
ことなのですね
Jiro's lamentations pierce her heart. He said that the tears would go away, that the pain would go away, that the heaviness in her heart would go away as well. That is salvation by elimination. But if everything were made to never have happened, what would happen to all the things taken away? She has taken away many things and killed many. To bear this pain and regret it is the requiem. So if she wishes for another chance, it should be this moment, and it should be from this moment on, not from the past. If there is something she could not do, she should not go back to the past to accomplish it, but rather, she must start to establish the wishes that never became true from this moment on. But she's no longer a king, as she lost her country, so her wish should be for herself, as he says. No. This isn't something that should be wished for. It was her decision to become king. It was never painful for her, even if no one understood or accepted her. She believes that what she desired was something that can be proud of. That she can be proud of. At the least, the girl that pulled out the sword believing so. Or the girl... I can't talk right now. God, I can't... My tongue is tied. The girl pulled out the sword believing so. That is the answer. Just like him, that is the only answer she can be proud of. She remembers the oath she made a long time ago. Something she has kept to herself. She decided to fight, even if it meant losing everything and fighting everything.
私が愚かだった
The oath of the king to fight even in that condition. The king protected the country. But the country did not protect the king. That is all. The result was cruel, but if there was nothing to be ashamed of in the process.
求める必要など
She swore to accomplish her duties as a king. Even if the result was her destruction, she fulfilled the oath until the very end. So, she does not need anything else. Yeah. She didn't want everything. From the beginning, there was only one thing she wanted. She lost many things to obtain it, but there was something she protected until the very end. With that in mind, let her end the dream that was never granted.
聖杯は欲しいけれどシローは殺せない
Pointing her sword at the enemy, she says so from the bottom of her heart.
なんだと
Hey!
わからぬかゲローそのようなものより私はシローが欲しいと言ったの
Konomine
だ
is just like, fuck, I didn't expect this. What to do now? Claps his hand twice, and then Gilgamesh shows up. That's why her role was already determined. To be his sword and shield. And so, she cannot hesitate any longer.
聖杯はいらぬというのか、セイバー。
聖杯が私を汚すものならばいらない。私が欲しかったものは。
Yeah. Everything was there. Her pride as a knight and her oath as the king. Even the dream the girl Arturia wished for. I certainly heard those words. The confession of the girl who wished for the Holy Grail. She confessed that she no longer needs such a thing. Controlling my ragged breath, I call her name. Even though I can't see her, I can tell she's nearby. Pain is subsiding. I don't know if it's because she's near me, but the wound is starting to heal up.
出ますか、シロ。動けるのなら、私の手に触れてください。
It hurts! Are they just gonna let us leave? I take her hand. My vision recovers. Energy starts flowing into my weak body.
セイバー、これは。
はい。いかにゲイボルクの呪いといえど、今のシロには通じません。
Oh, hey, that's convenient.
それより。
Saber turns to look towards the underground temple. Beyond the door, at the exit of the room, stands the last master, Kotomine Kirei, and Lancer.
そうか。
He observes us as if seeing us for the first
お
time,
前たちはつまらない。
spits us out in an emotionless voice.
これではやはり聖杯は私が預かるしかない。
God damn it.
だがそうなると少々手荒い話になる。私の望みを叶えるのであれば聖杯は完全でなければならない。エミヤシロ。
I try to stand ready, but my body still won't move. I can barely stand by taking Saber's hand. I can't fight like this, and more than anything, I'll be a burden on
その心
Saber.
配は無用です、シロ。あなたはここにいてください。あのマスターとランサーは私一人で十分です。
ほう、それは大きく出たな。これは逃げた方が賢明かな、ラ。
My answer doesn't respond. First of all, Kotomine doesn't sound like he's in danger. He's just saying he's scared of us.
コトミネと言いましたね。倒す前に聞いておきましょう。
What is your goal in all this?
あなたの目的は何なのです。
さて、言ってしまえば娯楽のためだが、それほど急を
Alright,
要しているわけではなくてね。実を言うとな、セイバー。私も聖杯にはそう関心はないのだ。ただあれは私の趣味に合っている。
ざれ言を。マスターを殺し、自らマスターになった男が何を。
何？ただの拾い物だよ。ランサーのマスターを始末したのは、外からの魔術師は何かと厄介だったからだ。聖杯がああいうものなのだと外部には知られたくないのでね。円滑に殺し合いを進めさせる手駒が入りようだったこともあり、少しばかりランサーのマスター権を拝借しただけだが。
I still don't think it's clicked to, Saber yet that this is also Gilgamesh's master. Because, like, this is a very dangerous situation to be in. Then Kotomine became a master by killing Lancer's master?
そうか。貴様が何者であるかはもう聞かない。だが、選定役として責務を果たしてもらうぞ。今回の器、魂の杯はどこにある？
Saber, how is it not clicked yet? Literally, Rin said everything laid out straight 100% to you back at the mansion. Like, she was like, yeah, by the way, Ilya's capacity is kind of becoming full because the Holy Grail War is coming to the end. And Saber's just like, what? Oh yeah, where's Shiro? Like, come on, Saber.
何？まさか知らずにかくまっていたというのか。
He gasps in surprise, but only for an instant. After looking us over with pleasure, he snaps his fingers to bring out the last character. The two tense up. Hard footsteps descend from above.
さて、お前たちには不要だろうが、紹介ぐらいはしておこう。彼はアーチャーのサーバット。前回の聖杯戦争で私のパートナーだった英霊だよ。
The golden knight appears. It is Gilgamesh, the king of heroes. The atmosphere changes immediately. Gilgamesh appearing suddenly crosses the temple and stands by Kotomine.
んで、これからどうするのだ、琴峰。このような場所で、しかも邪魔者を交え
We
て決着をつける。
really need to get out of here now.
お前にしてはあまりいい演出とは言えないが。
それを言うな。私とて予想外なのだ。文句は後で聞いてやるから許せ。
なんだ、承知しているのならばいい。だが、そのヤヒな男はどうにかならんのか。
Nice to know that Ku doesn't like him either.
してしまいそうになるぞ。
どういうことだ、琴峰。その男がお前のサーバントだと。
Yep.
なあ、お前には説明してい
You
なかった。
didn't let him in on the plan.
彼
What
は
the
前回の
fuck?
私のサーバントだ。聖杯戦争が終結した後、意見を同じくしてな。彼は私に従い、私も彼がとどまるにふさわしい食事を用意することで、こうして協力関係になったというわけだ。
それがあのいけすかねえ部屋ってわけか。そりゃいいが、なぜ
Why
黙っ
did like actually why didn't you?
言う必要があるとでも、それとも何か彼と共同戦線を張りたかったのか、お前は。
冗談。そんな野郎と手を組むなんざ死んでもお断りだ。
Now there are three. Lancer is by the stairs and Gilgamesh is standing in the temple. There's no way we can win. Can't even match Gilgamesh. We can't even run away if Lancer's there as well.
琴峰、お前、奴のことは
Oh,
知ら
you
ないって。
lied, Kotomine. That's such a big. Come on, man.
人聞き
It's
が
not
悪い
that
な。
shocking.
私はこれでも神父だぞ。虚言など口にできぬよ。
そんなことあるか。お前は確かに前回からの
And he
サーバント
didn't.
は放っておけないっ
He
て。
certainly didn't. He was like, hey, Gilgamesh, I'm not ignoring you right now. And Gilgamesh like, what the fuck do you want, mongrel?
なあ、私とて驚いたのだ。アーチャーには待機を命じていたというのに、指示を破ってお前たちを襲ったのだからな。アーチャーを調べれば、いずれ私に突き当たるのは道理だ。故に、今後の対策を練らねばならなかった。
I'm pissed. That guy tricked me and I came straight into the enemy base.
貴様がアーチャーのマスターだというのか。
そうだ。10年前の再現になったな、セイバー。
Different Emiya, but yeah.
もっとも、あの時私はすでにキリツグに倒され、最後の場面には立ち会えなかった。お前と顔を合わせるのはこれが2度目で。そして、
答えろ。アーチャーはなぜ残っている。あの火事はなぜ起きた。キリツグに倒されたというお前はなぜ今も生きている。
Saber is angry as there's hatred in her voice. Question long unanswered, as if asking about the crime of the disaster 10 years ago.
そのようなこと、言うまでもなかろう。10年前、不完全ながらも聖杯は満ち、手に取ることが可能だった。私はそれに触れただけだ。キリツグとお前は強力だったのでな。分断させるための目くらましが欲しいと願ったのだが、あのような目くらましが
Suddenly a
起きると
giant
は
fire. God
私も
damn.
驚いた。
Hold on. That be.
ではあの火災は貴様が聖杯の力で起こしたものだというのか。
さあな。思うのだが、私でなくても聖杯は同じことをしただろう。あれはそういうものだ。万能の杯というが、その中に満ちたものは血と闇と呪いでしかない。お前も見たのだろう。 聖杯を破壊した折、そこから溢れ出した闇。
Ooh.
アーチャーはそれを浴びてしまっただけだ。お前が聖杯さえ壊さなければ、
Ah,
アーチャーとてこのように迷いはしなかっただ
that's Grail
ろ
mud.
うよ。
So, okay.
よまいごとを。聖杯は持ち主の願いを叶える魔法の鎌だ。ならばあの火災はお前の願望ではなかったのか。
結果だけはな。だがその過程は私が想像していたものとは違う。私はただあの時から
Yeah, it was
人
more
が
an
いなくなればいいと
inadvertent
思
monkey
った
paw
だ
thing. Like, hey, I need something to pop up so that Hiratsugu and Saber aren't, you know, gonna win. And then they were like, okay, sudden fire.
そもそもお前たちは想像力が貧困だぞ。願いが叶う。それはいいが、では願いとはどうやって叶えるのだ。元の聖杯はどうあれ、今の聖杯は力の渦に過ぎぬ。精密な計算、相互作用による矛盾の修正など論外だ。あれはな、ただ
It's just
純
a
粋な
giant
力に過ぎぬ。
magical source of power. It's just kind of like a giant mana well more than anything
巨
else,
大
it
な
seems
兵器
like.
と同じだ。持ち主が富を願えば、周囲の人間をことごとく殺害し、主人に幸福を与える。
It's a very roundabout way to bring power, I guess,
あ
but I
の
mean,
底なしの
sure.
魔力の釜はな、持ち主の願いを破壊という手段でしか叶えられぬ欠陥品なのだ。
What would happen if she wished for something like, you know, wished for something like, hey, I want to go back in time and redo everything? What happens then? Does it just like kill the last like 1,000 or however long years?
それでは話が違
I'm the
う。
Holy Grail. Kill, kill. It's all I know.
万能の力。持ち主の望み通りに世界を変革するのが聖杯ではなかったのか。
違うものか。聖杯の手段は実に理にかなっている。人を生かすということは人を殺すということだろう。この世は全て等価交換によって成り立っている。その中で突出した出来事を望むのならば、
Be glad that neither of us actually wished for something there. I'm guessing that that event right there was because I know there's a event in the Fate route where if you really haven't bonded with Saber at all during the entire route, that she kills you. And I'm guessing that's it there. So, good thing we avoided that.
調和など気にしていては願いなど叶わぬ。つまりは弱者からの略奪による変動だ。それこそが
To have your own wish granted is to stamp on the dreams of someone else, etc., etc. I can understand Saber's surprise. Kotomine is telling the truth. The Holy Grail is far from the Holy Grail she wished for. Power that only grants the wish of its possessor. A usurper that grants the wish of its possessor at the cost of everything else. This is the true identity of the omnipotent power given to the master and the servant.
ならば聖杯というのは
持ち主以外のものを排除する。この上ない毒の壺。
Ah, shit. I have to take a real quick break real quick. So we will be right back. Sorry for the sudden shift, but hey, these things happen. Alright, we're back. There we go. All back. Back to the exposition about the true nature of the Holy Grail and everything that happened back 10 years ago.
そしてそれは私にとっても喜ばしい。聖杯に触れるのは聖職者の夢だがね。人を殺すためだけの聖杯が存在し、
That
ましてそれを扱える
seems like a
まさに天井の
a subtle
夢でも見てい
fucking
る
what's it
かの
call
よ
it?
うだ。
A subtle anti-religion thing. Ah, yes, the church really wants to talk to the Holy Grail, and now that we know that it destroys everything, oh god, that was amazing. Saying that, the priest laughs. It's not a polite laugh like before, a laugh from the bottom of his heart. a holy laugh without any evil. No, that seems pretty vindictive. That laugh forces me to realize this man is not human. Can't let him have the Holy Grail over anyone.
ではお別れだ。ゴミを始末しろ。
What happened?
Never mind.
I'll ask all those questions later. Take the boy, Archer take Saber. Gotcha. Right. So one-on-one, Shiro versus Lancer, a Saber versus Gilgamesh. We are on a very, very we're not doing so hot right now. Gonna be honest. But hey, I think we can take him. Priest turns his back and goes up the stairs. The only ones left are me and the 2 servants. 3 servants. And Saber. Alright, there we go. Standing as if to guard me, glaring at our enemies. Time passes. You have to defeat Lancer and Gilgamesh to escape outside. It's impossible to beat them. You have to do something and regroup, but... Saber mutters while looking at the enemy. I mean, it's the only way for us to like actually regenerate properly, and we kind of have to do it. Don't get touched by the gay. She grasps my hand firmly. She tells me that she's ready. I nod to her. I can barely walk right now. Saber and I both know that. With that in mind, Saber has told me she will break through this. What can I do but nod? She replies in a small voice. Off we go, just gotta fucking burst through. Hopefully this works for the best. Letting go of my hand, Saber runs to the temple. The 2 figures react to our movement. Only Saber and I are surprised. What happened? Lancer's lance that should have attacked for me goes for... Oh shit! Goes for Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh's longsword repels Lancer's lance as if it was expecting it. Yo, hold up. The 2 separate without any sign of hostility. What a god. What a guy. What a guy, alright. Saying so, Lancer faces Gilgamesh as if protecting us. Lancer points his lance at Gilgamesh. He really intends to let us go. I want to talk about something a little bit later on. I'll talk about it now. In Fate Unlimited codes, like there's a whole bunch of different like, you know, side routes and shit about what's going on. And they're all like, you know, what ifs basically for everyone's story. And the really cool thing about Lancer's story was like he was sent out to go out and check out Castor, and Castor's like, hey, I can sever the bond, but then Lancer's like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not one to take someone else's help. And so like Lancer goes and defeats Castor, and then it decides like through that little influence he goes and decides to go back and kill Kodomine himself. And like his ending is just him fading away with a smile on his face, and like that's so fucking OD. Like Lancer's so cool. I mean, to be fair, at this point, we also know for a fact that Gil here has been corrupted by Grail Mud. So, like, that's its own thing that we're dealing with here.
この裏切りも英雄の誇りとやらに沿ったものか。まったく己が信念を貫くのは厳しいな、ランサー。
That was a very, very bad Lancer. That's very intimidating. The air behind them distorts. Weapons appear in empty space. Would protection from arrows work from the weapons thrown from Gate of Babylon? I guess we're gonna find out.
ランサー、あれはあらゆる宝具の原型を持つもの。我らの中で最も古い歴史を持つ英雄王です。いくらあなたでも1対1では。
そうかよ。なるほど。道理で偉そうなわけだ。やりたい放題やって国を滅ぼしたって野郎だからな。そりゃ少年が腐ってる。
ランサー、強がりを言っている場合では。
He's not bluffing. He's gonna take him head on.
助言なんざしやがって何様のつもりだ。かばった程度で仲間意識持ちやがって。たく、これだから育ちのいい騎士様ってのは気に食わねえ。
Lancer urges Saber to run. Saber hangs her head for a second.
ご分をこの恩は必ず。
When? Actually, when? Taking my hand, she runs to the stairs.
しまった。逃がしてしまったか。
You don't seem too annoyed about that and all. I don't think defense against arrows works on Gate. Okay. Well, we could always hope.
なんだ、セーバーはてめえの獲物じゃなかったのかよ。
いや、実はな、俺もこのような決着は好みではなかったのだ。
Damn. Except it would be a lot less heartfelt because he was like, I don't think you should end here. I want to take you for myself, sort of thing. So it would be a lot more of a like, hey, the villain's letting us go more than someone's kind of defecting to our side because he has a conscience. We go up the stairs. She's worried about me, so we aren't going up that fast. Ignoring our slow pace, the confrontation underground escalates without limit. The murderous intent continues to grow.
どういうことだそりゃ。てめえもセイバーを逃がすつもりだったのか。
当然だろう。俺にセイバーを殺す気はない。あれは。
He would have killed us, though.
だが、聖杯を呼ぶためにはそういうわけにもいかん。儀式の完成にはあと一人。
Uh-oh, that's not good. That's actually not good. A thousand swords appear. The Golden Knight grins. That's why he was able to block Lancer's surprise attack. Lancer wasn't the only one trying to launch a surprise attack on his ally.
初めからそのつもりかよ。
言ったであろう。貴様がしなければ俺がそうするつもりだ。褒めてやるぞ、空風林。これは俺にとって理想の展開だ。
Distance between the two decreases. Before I see them clash, we leave that place. No! I want to see the fight! I want to see the fight! God damn it! Fuck! Come on, man! I stop. My body tells me I'm at my limit.
シロ、ここで休みましょう。これ以上はあなたの体が持たない。
We need to get going!
そうだな。悔しいけど。
Like, I know Lancer's gonna lose. There's not really much way around that. It's unfortunate, but it's just kind of an eventuality. But I want to see the fight! We move away from Saber and sit down on the grass. The wound on my chest is still... You can't just ramp up that, like, confrontation between the two of them so well and have this giant climactic thing of a battle and then just fucking cut, like, hey, I'm glad we made it out into this graveyard. Yeah, so am I. I'm gonna sit in the grass, enjoy my time. The wound on my chest is still there. It stopped bleeding, but the hole is still there. I'll pay money for that, fuck it. Where's the DLC? Even though the pain is gone, I have a hole in my body. Just looking at it makes me sick. I wonder why I'm alive like this.
シロ、傷を見せてください。
Saber crouches and looks into my chest. It's a bit embarrassing. Hey, you probably shouldn't look inside of me.
では失礼します。少し痛みますが、耐えてください。
Yeah, basically, like, it's kind of like it, yeah. No. Instead of, like, it going to the Goku and Cell fight, what it does is it cuts to Hercule and the, like, you know, the film crew, and, like, they just have an entire conversation and eat some donuts and some orange juice, and, like, then it cuts back to after he gives up. Saber finger runs across my chest, then... I don't know why, but she places her hand over my wound and digs into it. Just fucking... Ah! My body jumps. Saber's hand mercilessly digs into me and this was all part of her plan! She was secretly trying to kill us all along, and now we gave her the perfect opportunity. She's digging into me with her bare hands. It should hurt. It should hurt, but... There's no pain. Rather, pain seems to disappear around the places Saber touches.
終わりました、シロ。
Don't...
サヤに魔
This is
力を
the
補充し
giant
ました
bloody
から、
fist.
半日もすれば傷は癒えるでしょう。
Taking her hand off my chest, Saber looks relieved.
サヤ
I don't understand at all.
セイバー、サヤってなんだ？前もそんなことを言ってた気がするけど、もしかしてそのサヤってお前のサヤのことか？
Saber's sheath. The sheath of the sword Excalibur. The sheath of her sword is not invisible air. In the legend, the sheath of Excalibur was a noble phantasm that makes its possessor immortal. But she shouldn't have that. King Arthur died in the Battle of Canland because that sheath was lost. Saber shouldn't have the sheath right now.
はい。私のサヤはあなたの体の中にあります。それを確信したのが昨夜というのは
After seeing,
私の落ち度で
you
した。
know, out of all the things that have happened, let's see. How many times has Shiro gotten fucked up in the Fate route? We start with getting almost torn in half by Heracles. That was the start of it. We recovered from that. When was the next bad time? Let's see. Like 5 times, yeah. The fight with the Rider, we had that giant fight with Rider that involved us not only getting cut up a whole bunch of times from her whatever dagger things that she was using, but we also jumped out of like the second or third story of the school and like landed on the ground and was fine. Yeah, Ku murdered him at the start. We had gotten roughed up a lot from Ku on the second visit. We jumped through glass. That shit hurts. What other times? We got stabbed in the back by Castor. We got torn in half by Gilgamesh. We got fucked up again by Heracles in the actual battle against him. Is there any other times? I think that's about the most of it. I might be missing 1 or 2. All the other times that you could die in the Fate route, because holy fuck can you die a lot.
俺の体の中に
It took until being actually torn in half for Saber to realize, huh, you know, maybe there was a reason I was summoned and the reason that he's being healed.
そうでしょうか。思えば簡単なことだったのです。シロは私を召喚した。今までそれを偶然だと考えたことが愚かでした。英霊を呼ぶには英霊にゆかりがあるシンボルがなければならない。マスターとしての知識もなく、魔術師としても未熟だったシロが私を呼ぶには
Which just so happens to have, you know, a sheath in your body. That's a good enough.
それが私の鞘。失われたエクスカリバーの鞘だったのです。
いや、それはそうかもしれないけど、だからなんだってそんなものが俺の中にあるんだ。
それはおそらくキリツグが行ったことでしょう。 前回の戦いでエミやキリツグはエクスカリバーの鞘を触媒にして私を召喚した。
Man, imagine getting summoned from the same ship twice. I mean, it makes sense. That's probably like that's what it would constitute it, but like summoned with the same memories to the same family, kinda, or with the same summoning thing. And one time it was just accidentally. Just imagine if you summoned Gawain, shining banner of the sun itself.
私には自由能力があるし、死ににくい。それより死にやすいマスターが鞘を持つ方が戦いには勝ち残れる。
Just need, the master needs the buff, like holy fuck. He didn't have the whole, I don't think he had it in him at the very least.
私が消えた後、キリツグは焼け跡の中をさまよい、死にかけている子供を見つけた。
Then he gave it to us then. We were that child.
あ、だから、その子供を助ける手段は彼には一つしかなかったと思うのです。
You're right, Jedi, but like at that same time, there's like that's why she should never actually be summoned with that shit, because if she does, then she registers as Grand Saber more than anything else. But like there's tons of OP shit realistically in in the like Fate lore, just because of the nature of skills. Like if we're talking real, like I know I'm biased, but like, can we talk about how OP Lancer is with fucking all of his skills? He has disengage, which makes him able to escape from battle easily. He has fucking defense from arrows, which is protection from arrows is fucking ridiculous. Warps reality, that way projectiles can't hit him. And he also has what's it call it? Fucking Gay Bulk is insane too. Yeah, his fucking, he has an insta kill. I forget the last skill. I don't know if he'll have it here. Let's check. Skills. Battle continuation. So battle continuation fucking lets him just stay alive after he dies. Like straight up, he is still alive. Like, Lancer's so fucking broken, and that makes me mad because he desperately should have won this Holy Grail. Oh my god, I'm salty. I'm so salty. So I believe there was only one way for him to save that child, and that was by giving us the sheath. I unconsciously placed my hand on my chest. On that day 10 years ago, I accepted death looking up at the sky. My whole body was burned, and maybe it really was burned to ashes. When Kiritsugu found a kid barely alive, he had to rely on what he had. The sheath of the holy sword that protects the life of its possessor. He must have saved that dying life by implanting the sheath.
はい。分解され、原型をとどめてはいませんが、確かに四郎の中には鞘があります。
けど、You
did die once. That wasn't even an almost. You died. You straight up died, my guy. That's right. Someone saved me at that time. When I came to, there was no one around, and all I found was a rock. I took the rock home because I thought it was something important, but is it still at my house right now?
それは私と契約する前の話でしょう。鞘は私の宝具です。
Okay, that was my question. Like, why didn't it work? I was thinking about it like the other night, where like, why didn't it work when Lancer had, you know, very clearly stabbed us, because we stayed alive. Like Shiro stayed alive in school for a while, but it's nice to know that they actually have an answer for that, and it wasn't just like a plot hole or something like that.
まあ多少は魔力さえ注げば持ち主の命を保護するでしょう。ですが、それも微弱なものです。
Sorry, your sheath was used to save my life so many times. Rather irresponsible.
シロは私のマスターなのですから、私のものを使うのは当然ではないですか。
Does that mean I get to use Excalibur too?
それに、シロがそうなのだと知って、私は嬉しかった。何
Her smile is so brilliant that I have to look away.
シロ、傷が痛むのですか？
いや、そうじゃない。いいんだ、気にしないでくれ。セイバーは何も悪くない。
I hide my blushing face and shut my mouth. There's no pain if I don't speak, but this is really awkward. I wonder how long we've been sitting like this. Just as I start to calm down, Saber quietly says,
キリツグは正しかった。彼は私を裏切ってなどいなかったのですね。
She says so as if regretting her past.
セイバ
あの聖杯は私の求めるものではなかった。いいえ、元より聖杯など必要ではなかったのです。
I was right. Maybe, probably.
それに気がついていたのでしょう。
Her murmur sounds more like a confession. Saber apologizes to a person she cannot apologize to anymore. And she looks at me to part with the wish he had held for so long. She doesn't say anything. My heart understands just by being beside her. Oh yeah, it's been a while since we've seen this CG. Arturius sought the Holy Grail. A lonely king who needed to believe that ruin was avoidable with the Holy Grail. If the girl who wished for what would happen if she could redo the
ー。セイ
selection.
バー、それは。
分かっていました。やり直しなんてできないのだと。私はそれを知りながら必死に自身を偽り続けてきたのです。
This is the end. The long battle will finally
あ
end.
りがとう、シロ。あなたのおかげでようやく取るべき道が分かりました。ええ。あの聖杯もこの私もあり得てはいけない夢だった。
Hey, now that's that I didn't want you to take that path. That's that seems like a very destructive path. She murmurs that she would still like to be forgiven. It was a mistake wish. Days that were not meant to be wished for, but the weakness was just a passing dream a girl saw. What should I feel listening to her? Saber's answer was beautiful. Decision full of dignity and purity just like her. She's proud of her past and has accepted the end that awaits her. And now, Saber has decided to follow her oath until the very end. She doesn't even need to tell me what that means. She will not hesitate any longer. And I find that beautiful. Dark night. From the moment I was captivated by her figure in the moonlight, I've loved her. So, regardless of what awaits ahead, there's only one thing to be done.
セイバー、聖杯を壊そう。
But that doesn't mean that isn't a good at all to want to do that, because they still haven't realized. Why haven't they realized? I say so, throwing aside my attachment and my selfishness.
はい。あなたならそう決断すると信じていました。マスター。
Saber nods in response. I can't smile back at her. It takes all I have to suppress my heart, telling me I don't want this. But still, there will surely come a day when I can be proud of being trusted like this. I get up. Now that I've decided, there's no time to rest. It's clear what must be done, and the enemy is clear as well. There's no time to stop. Today, we will end this long battle before tomorrow comes. So we're going back to the mansion. Great, great. With Saber helping me walk, I make it back home. The wound on my chest hasn't healed yet. According to Saber, I should stay still for at least a few more hours. I bite my lip. I hate my body, unable to move when it's clear that what needs to be done.
シロ、何か今よからぬことを考えませんでしたか？
いや、別に何も考えてないぞ。
まったく。あまり無茶を言うと
We
怒ります
kind
か
of
らね。
have to push ourselves at this point. The end is near. We are having to finish this today. All that's left is,
戦いは傷が完治してからです。
fortunately Gilgamesh.
最後の戦いになる
And
の
we're
で
gonna
す
have
か
to be at
ら。
our best for that. And we kind of need to rush to get to that point.
そうだな。焦るより今は準備を整えないと。
Where Kotomine went. How we beat Gilgamesh. There are many things to think about. I have to rest for now and prepare myself for later tonight. At that instant, my mind stops. Ah, there's not... Oh, God, there's blood on the door. There's no sign of anyone. The air is different. Amidst the smell of burning, I can also smell the strong scent of blood. I run. I ignore my wound and run like I'm running away from the bad feeling I have. I run through the hall, turn the corner, and enter the familiar room. I don't want to press enter. There. The scene before me is anything but familiar. Oh no. My voice shakes. I don't know what happened. All I know is that Tosaka is looking at me, breathing weakly. She's still alive. At the very... We can help! We can help, please! We're not going to be able to help, are we? I don't know what she intends. She's talking to me normally, even though she has a wound that should make even talking difficult.
喋るなバカくそとにかく血を止めないとセイバ風呂場からタオルとお湯と洗面器
Saber nods silently and runs to the bathroom.
包帯と血止めだけで済むかバカ医者を呼んでどうにかしないと
Our personal life is really going to hell. I pull out the first aid kit, still in a panic.
手当ては自分でしたから医者はいらないそれよりもっと大事なことがあるでしょ
Osaka stares at me, breathing hard. I don't know what she's on about, but I nod, thinking I have to listen to her for now.
本当に傷はいいのかお前これはい
いの血止めぐらい自分でできる
She's just trying to comfort you.
それよりごめん留守を任されてたのに私イリアを守れなかった
That finally calms me down. Osaka is injured. The living room is destroyed, and Elia should be here, but isn't.
やってきたのは琴峰か
She nods. I don't even need to ask since he's the only one left. And only Saber and I knew that Kotomine was our enemy. This must have been a complete surprise attack for Tosaka, as the 7th Master happened to be her teacher and guardian.
謝るないくらお前でも騙し討ちされたらどうしようもないだろうお前なんだかんだ言って琴峰を信頼してたしさ
そうね正直甘く見てた自分一人でもなんとかなるってうぬぼれてたみたい
Coughs up blood. Crap, I can't let her talk.
話は後にしよう今は動くなすぐに手当てをして休ませてやるから
お願いけどその前に伝えておかないとダメっぽいいいシロこれが最後の助言だからきちんと聞きなさい
I don't want to hear words like that, but I nod silently. She's looking at me seriously with that wound of hers. I don't know if anyone would be able to stop her.
まず一つ目琴峰の目的はイリアよあの子が今回の聖杯の器だってあいつは
I mean, when you have
初め
that
から知って
knowledge,
たんでしょうね
I don't want to shit on the game or anything right now, but like, when you have the knowledge that, hey, the Ainsburns create the vessel for the Holy Grail War, or for the Holy Grail, and the vessel is a living thing, and, you know, the Iliad had always been raised believing that the Holy Grail was hers and nothing else, and her limitless magical potential that was been building up and all that sort of stuff. Like, it seems to be a lot of just like waving flags that's just like, hey, Ilia's the Holy Grail.
イリアが聖杯
正確にはあの子の心臓ね魔術師っていうのは魔術回路を持った人間だけど イリアは魔術回路を人間にした子なの。サーバントが残り一人になった時、あの子自体が聖杯を下ろす器になると思う。
じゃあイリアは琴峰に
連れて行かれたわ。でもセイバーがまだ健在なら道は開かない。
But
琴峰だって器になるイリアをどう
it's
にかしよう
only
なんて
accounting for the servants
はず。
that were for this Holy Grail War because it's not supporting Gilgamesh. Because Gilgamesh is being sustained off of the bodies in the church. So once Gil kills Lancer, then we're gonna be shit out of luck. I can only hope so. Lancer isn't an easy servant to beat either. He can't match Gilgamesh, but he might be able to at least run away. I can only hope so, but I can't tell Tosaka about that right
分か
now.
ったイリアは俺が助け出すから安心しろ。
そう。じゃあ2つ目。琴峰の居場所だけど、
The
きっ
Ryudo
と
Temple?
竜道寺だと思う。
Really?
聖杯の高齢場所としてあそこ以上の場所はないもの。
Okay.
教会はもう引き払ってるだろうし、隠れてるとしたらあの寺だから。
琴峰がいるのは竜道寺だな。
Must be hard for her to even move her neck now. Saka gives a slight
じゃ
nod.
あ最後、あなたじゃ綺麗にはかなわない。それでも戦う。
I mean, we don't really have a choice in the matter. This question is not asked as a friend called Tosaka Rin, but as a magus who understands the situation. I don't think this choice will really amount to much, but still have to try. My answer is already decided. I have no chance of winning, and the situation is the worst possible, but
戦
still.
う。奴には借りが山ほどある。
Kinda, you know, turned a whole bunch of orphans
何があろう
into
と引くことはできない。
just kind of meat mana.
琴峰綺麗は
But we really have to
弓矢四
repay.
郎が倒すべき
You have to
敵だ
repay
から
him for those lives, first of all. Second of all, for burning the town because of the Holy Grail. Third of all, because he's a prick. That's personal. I have to settle things with him. As the one who survived 10 years ago, as one of the orphans, and as the son of Emiya Kiritsuga.
そうならこれあげる。ご信用のものだけど何もないより役に立つわ。
Saying so, Tosaka reaches behind her and takes out a dagger. This is all too famous a dagger. It's a dagger for rituals more than battles. A magic wand shaped like a sword, used to form magic circles and to effect physical divine mysteries. The word Azoth is carved into the jewel on the handle. The blade must be Tosaka's preference, as it's shorter than usual. This weapon, favored by a famous occult scholar who pretty much dominated the world, is called an Azoth sword. Or an Azoth sword. It's like the proof of adulthood for a magus, and it's like a gift you get for getting into school.
どうぞかこれは
見ればわかるでしょう。私の探検よ。宝石に比べれば微々たるものだけど、それでも気が向いた時には魔力を込めてた。レストって叫んで。
What if she activated it by saying laced right there?
発動するから。
Like, ah, shit. That was my holy plan. Ah, fuck. The dagger she gives me is heavy. Not physically, but the weight of the memories Tosaka has in it.
調査かいいのかこれは預かって。
いいのよ。綺麗に勝てないって分かって最後まで隠し通したんだから。このまま使わないのも尺だし、あんたが使って。
分かった。遠慮なくもらっとく。正直
We can only project weapons for so long, after all.
なんだ、分かってるじゃない。なら、もういいかな。いい加減、もう眠くて眠くて。
She laughs awkwardly. Before I realize it, Saber's standing right behind me, waiting to treat Tosaka.
寝ろ寝ろ。朝になったら起こしてやるから。そしたら 腹いっぱい飯食わせてやる。
そうする。と最後に、これは忠告じゃなくて命令。シロ、やるからには死んでも勝ちなさい。私が起きた時、あんたがくたばってたら許さないから。
She must be satisfied after saying all that. Osaka falls asleep right after that. She looks so healthy that I feel stupid for worrying about her. But, well, that was her way of cheering me on, and she did share some of her courage with me.
任せとけ、トサカ。
Basically, Jedi, yeah. Tell the sleeping Tosaka. The board is all set. Now I just have to pass a few hours until my wounds heal without regrets. Date changes. Treated Tosaka and took her into her room, made dinner, and ate it
あ
silently.
と少し。
The wound is almost healed. There's only an hour or two left. In the remaining time, I'll go and report to Kiritsugu, spend time with Saber, or have a strategy. It would be really nice mentally. And, like, you know, a nice little moment if we go and report to Kiritsugu, but really go over what the plan is. There's only one other thing to do. We've always done so. So I should follow that until the very end. It's not romantic or elegant, but it would be more like us if we meet up and come up with a plan.
シロ、対策を練るのはいいのですが、何もここでなくとも良い
It's
の
the
ではない
place
です
he's
か。
most comfortable with.
いや、ここじゃないと調子が出ない。いいから中に入ろう。
ああ、シロがそういうのでし
Just
たら
come
従い
into
ま
the
す
shed.
が。
It's okay. It's okay. This is my shed. It's where I keep all my pipes. Saber reluctantly goes into the shed. Well, I have my reasons for bringing Saber to the shed. We don't have any way to match Gilgamesh right now. It goes without saying that we need a plus alpha factor. So, look for a weapon. I don't think it will. I got a pipe. Strengthen Saber. Can you even strengthen? Yeah, you can strengthen a person, but our strengthening magic is awful. Give her back the sheath. Can we physically? I mean, if we have the option for it, I'd assume we'd be able to, and kind of don't really have much options left anymore. If we have Saber go after Gilgamesh, then giving her back the sheath is really the only real thing we can do here. Yep. No regrets. Let's return this sheath to its rightful owner. I don't know if I'll succeed until I try, but Saber put her hand on my body to check for the sheath's existence, and it shouldn't be impossible to take it out.
それは本気ですか、シロ。
本気だよ。もともとあれはセイバーのものだろ。なら、セイバーに返す
I
の
mean,
は
at the
当然
very
だ
least,
し。
you'll be theoretically
このせいなら
invincible
ば
at that point.
あいつにだって勝てる
Hey,
かもしれ
Bebo,
な
how's
い
it。going? I've been doing pretty alright. Finishing up Fate Stay Night. Haven't done a FGO stream in a minute because it hasn't been really much to do in the game. I have some things to do. I have free quests and interludes and stuff to do, but I'll put that off for now. But I've been alright. Yeah, doing I'm just lazing about mostly and streaming other games. Like finishing off Fate Stay Night here.
確かに、サヤが戻れば私の魔力も上がります。
Magical energy will increase and also
それでも
theoretically
ギルガ
be
メッシュに勝て
invincible,
る保
like you
証は
said.
ありません。それに、サヤを摘出してしま
More
ったら
theoretical thing
シロ
than
は
an
どうす
actual
るので
thing,
す。
but hey, the thought's there. And the extra mana and extra, you know, extra everything will be able to help out a lot, regardless of us losing our healing factor. I won't heal even if I get hurt, but that's normal. I've relied too much on this body of mine without even knowing it. People die. People die when they're killed. There it is, folks! There it is! You happy? We got the line! We got the line! We got the line. Can't be protected from such. I can't be protected from such a normal thing now.
鞘を取ってくれ、セイバー。これは俺たちが勝つため
Roll
の
credits.
絶対の条件だ。
We beat the game. It's the Family Guy skit, or it says the title of the name, and it's like, done. Walks out the theater. Like this is truly our fate stay night. Walks out. Biting her lip painfully, Saber doesn't answer. I don't know how long that lasted. Just as the clouds disappeared and the moonlight starts to shine through the window.
わかりました、マスター。あなたの心をお借りします。
Saber nods at my words. I mean, the line makes sense for what he's trying to say. Like, people die when they are killed, but I don't, and I've been relying on that too much. So, like, fuck, but it's so narmy! Ugh.
いいぞ。遠慮なく始めてくれ。
I can defend, like, even if just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct. But, like, I have such a harder time defending people die when they are killed. I have such a hard time defending that shit. Saber agrees. Saber places her hand on my chest and plunges it into my body. My job is easy. Taking out the sheath is similar to the steps of the projection magic. The sheath of the holy sword is melted into my body. Just need to gather it into one place and form it like it was before. Of course, that's just the image. I say I'll return it to its original form, but it's only the magical energy that will be shaped like that. Saber's the one who gives it shape. Fire Emblem 17. People die when they are killed. A cluster of magical energy will take shape in Saber's, the possessor's hands. I'm just helping her, as if making something from nothing. I take the scattered pieces of the sheath and carefully reproduce it without flaw. Oh shit. We're actually using, I feel like we've only used one of the magic circuits before, but now we're using two. My body's burning. Projection is way beyond my level. The magic surely kills my body every time I use it. It destroys my nerves, burns my skin, crushes my brain, and makes me a vegetable. But it's the only weapon I have, and this is the only way to help Saber. I imagine her figure as I saw it in my dreams. The golden sheath suited to the king who ran through many battles. I take what protected the king and led her numerous victories and reproduce it vividly without any mistake. So that no matter what happens, I engrave it into my mind so that I will not forget it, no matter what kind of end awaits us. I hear Saber's voice. Something that was blinding my body for a long time escapes my body.
すごい。見事です、シロ。ここまで完璧に戻せるなんて他の誰にもできません。
I already know what the thumbnail of this video is going to be. Future reference. My body is burning and I fall onto my butt.
シロ、すごい汗です。今、拭く
Yeah,
ものを持っ
just
てきます。
using projection magic, no big deal. Saber runs to the house. Listening to her footsteps, I let out a sigh. Felt it was perfect too. It was so perfectly done. I believe no future projection will be as perfect as
じゃあ
that.
な。今までありがとう。
I bid farewell to that which was part of me until now. The golden sheath that protected her. I'll never forget it. Even if it leaves my body, its figure has been engraved into my heart.